If you want more NFL draft videos for 2023 and beyond from us here at Chat Sports, show it by liking the video right now. That way I can see the bosses see they do want more draft videos, and that way I can do the stuff that I want to do and not what they want to do. So like the video if you haven't already right now. Today's video is all about the 2023 NFL Draft and Mel Kiper's way too early top 10 at the running back position. And we'll also mention some players he maybe forgot to include. We begin, though, at number 1. No surprise here, Bijan Robinson. Number 10 overall in Kiper's rankings, and I have zero complaints on this front. He has dominated when he's been on the football field. He is a 3-down back, doesn't fumble, big plays. Everything he does is what you want out of a back. In general, I don't want to spend a first-round pick on a running back because, well, they're running backs, they're replaceable. Robinson is a different breed. He will be a very highly graded player for me, barring injury this year. He doesn't have, by the way, a massive workload either, which is actually a good thing. I want to keep that workload low. That way I don't have to worry about injuries and a shorter lifespan of life in the NFL. So for me, Robinson is clearly RB1 in the way too early version. But there's an entire year of football still to be played. So drop a name. Who do you think, after the college football season, when we get to the actual NFL draft, who will be RB1 in the 2023 NFL draft class? Next up, Jahmyr Gibbs. This is a transfer, by the way, keep that in mind, from Georgia Tech to Alabama. And I think he is going to be a fantastic football player, the next player in a long line of very successful Alabama running backs. Proven pass catcher at Tech, who was limited production-wise because the Yellow Jackets were bad at football. I am expecting an absolutely massive breakout season in 2022 for Gibbs. His numbers, not eye-popping. The film, it is. Gibbs is going to thrive for the Crimson Tide. I think he is going to have a fantastic season, and I love Mel Kiper putting him here at number 2. Projection, yes, but it's a smart one. You could maybe even see 2 backs in round 1, Robinson and Gibbs. How many running backs do you think go in round 1 in the 2023 NFL Draft? 0 this year, then going down each year. Make your predictions at the pinned comment of today's video. So if the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there. How many backs go in round 1 of the 2023 NFL Draft? Years are hard sometimes for me. All right, next up, number 3, Devon Achane. That is the running back from Texas A&M. Has speed teams love. Now, he was a rotation piece at A&M last year. Guys like Isaiah Spiller and some others. Pass protection is the red flag right now for Achane, but the speed is there, and he does bring some pass-catching value. Hasn't been a full-time featured back. Not the end of the world. For me, at least, there is a tier gap, but he had almost 1,000 yards on only 130 carries. I like the speed. I covet speed. If you want a home run threat to be your 1A or 1B in a rotation, this is a good name to keep an eye out for. Another transfer, number 4, Zach Evans, TCU to Ole Miss this year. The traits are there for the former 5-star recruit, but for whatever reason, he didn't get the ball at TCU. And was that because coaching? Was there off-the-field stuff? I don't really know. He left TCU, goes to Ole Miss. The expectation is a massive breakout. Is he going to average 7 yards per carry? No, of course not. He might be more like 6. If he gets to 6, that's still really good on a, let's say, 175 yards carry sample size. Doubles that number. Double it and say, 185 or so. I'm expecting a massive breakout year from Zach Evans. He could be RB3 even in this class, assuming it is Robinson Gibbs at 1 and 2. We're at 4,696 nice followers on Rumble. We need 304 to get to 5K. Let's get there and be the #1 sports channel here on Rumble. Follow us for free at rumble.com/NFL Daily. Elite name alert, Tank Bigsby got solid production as well for Auburn. I need to see more as a pass catcher. For a young player, he does have almost 400 touches. That is a bit of a red flag for an offense that I think will feature him quite heavily this upcoming campaign. I do like Bigsby. Good football player, pretty well-rounded. I just got to see a little bit more pass production from that standpoint there. The average is not great, but I don't freak out too much there because Auburn had 0 good QBs last year. That's going to hurt your running back production in the end. Number 6, one of my guys, Deuce Vaughn. And I know what you're saying. Undersized running back, listed at 5'6", 172. He's super small, by the way, and can catch the ball and went to Kansas State. It's Darren Sproles. You're not wrong. Third down back with great short area quickness. Maybe not elite, but good. Undersized, went to K-State, can catch the football. That's Darren Sproles, or maybe Tariq Cohen. I like Deuce Vaughn a lot. Big workload. The production is impressive. He is small, but honestly, a small running back isn't that bad in the end. Maybe in pass protection, but I think Deuce Vaughn is a great football player. A lot of touches already. He should turn pro after this season. Zach Charbonnet, next up here. Michigan transferred to UCLA last year. Had the breakout year under Chip Kelly, and he did more, by the way, as a pass catcher. Checks off that big box, or that notable box, in a big-time way. I liked a lot of what I saw out of Charbonnet. Over 5.5 yards per carry. Still split some time with other backs, which is a good thing as far as I'm concerned. Maybe not elite top-end speed, but I think if he gets a chance at running back, he's going to be a good player. So far, no real complaints with the top 7 on Kiper's running back rankings. Now, if you want more NFL videos right here at Chat Sports, subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/chatsportstv, and follow us on Rumble, rumble.com/NFL Daily. Simply put, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the big red button. And if you're watching on a Rumble, hit the big green button for more free videos every single day on everything going on around the NFL. Awesome player now. Sean Tucker, massive production for Syracuse. Third-year sophomore, by the way. Thanks, COVID year. Already has 400 touches. A lot of workload there. I do have questions about his speed and overall elusiveness. I don't think he's going to be like a dynamic, shifty, elusive type of player, but he is a very productive one. And I value this maybe more than most people. Thick lower body. Look at this photo, right? Go ahead and push it. Yeah. That right quad is huge. That makes you tough to bring down. Makes you tough to tackle. That's a big deal as far as I'm concerned. Great production for a not-so-great Syracuse team. Bit of an under-the-radar name because he plays for Syracuse. Sean Tucker, damn good football player, though. Now, this is not about the best running back prospect. Who is your favorite one? If you want to pick your favorite teams back, go for it. I want to hear from you guys in the comments section right now. Who is your favorite running back prospect for the 2023 NFL Draft? Kiper's always good for one surprise name. Here it is, DeWayne McBride. Now, he did put up big-time numbers last year for UAB. Under-the-radar player, over 1,370 yards. Number 9, I can't get on board with. In his career, 3 catches. He's got to quintuple that, 10x it, I don't know. That production in the passing game is not enough for me. It is 2022. You have to contribute on third downs. Good runner. I need to see more in the passing game, though, out of McBride. Number 10, Travis Dye out of UCLA. He transferred, however, or from USC. I don't know. I mixed it up with both. Go figure, right? Out of USC. Excuse me. Now, he transferred from Oregon this past year, and he has shown steady growth over his entire NFL or over his entire CFB career. Lincoln Riley, by the way, has done a very good job of getting the most production out of running backs as possible. That should never be overlooked as far as I'm concerned. I know some OU fans might not like him, but it is the truth at this point. Now, in Dye's career overall for Oregon, you see the massive jump forward, right? over 1,000 yards this year. Never topped 800. Also offered more in the passing game this year. So I like Dye checking in here at number 10. Now, who did Mel Kiper disrespect in his rankings? Some names I want to mention here. He had Anaya Smith number 3 last year. A different A&M back this year at number 3. Tyler Goodson was number 4. Letty Brown was number 5, who didn't get drafted, I don't believe. Kennedy Brooks, Mo Ibrahim, other guys, not the best groupings in his way too early from last year. Who's he hating on? Who did he leave out of this year's way too early rankings? Some other names I want to mention that I think Kiper did leave out. Chris Rodriguez from Kentucky, Muhammad Ibrahim from Minnesota, Kendall Milton from Georgia, and Rasheen Ali out of Marshall. Different levels of production. Chris Rodriguez from Kentucky had a very big campaign last year, kind of carrying the workload for the Kentucky Wildcats. Muhammad Ibrahim, meanwhile, although there is some whispers of, there was some off-the-field arrests for Rodriguez, got to be cleared. Forgot about that. Ibrahim, balling out against Ohio State. Got hurt, got to check the medical there. Kendall Milton, the Georgia's got to replace some big-time backs. Milton's next up. And Ali, maybe the best you didn't hear of last year for Marshall. 4 more names to wrap this up here. Other backs to watch. Tavion Thomas, a Cincinnati transfer who was great last year for Utah. Kenny McIntosh, Eric Gray, and also Blake Corum. Thomas's production was incredible for Utah last year. Everyone scores. You love to see it, right? Kenny McIntosh, the other Georgia back, so 2 of them in line for more carries. I thought Eric Gray was going to ball out last year. I was wrong. He did not. He didn't play that much. Maybe this year that changes. And finally, Blake Corum, Hassan Askin's gone. Corum is now the number 1 back for Michigan.